Hey everybody, it's Saturday afternoon. Thought I'd tune in and give you another video of another one of my guitars. This guitar here, it's a rainy Saturday here, so not much I can do outside. I was just cleaning up the house a little bit and thought, what the heck, let's put up another video. So this is my, sorry about that. This is my Telecaster. Well, it's a parts caster actually, because it's actually a Stuart McDonald body. Seymour Duncan hot rail bridge pickup stacked, and a stock Stuart McDonald, I guess, neck pickup. So it's got a rosewood neck, black tuners on it, and I built this standard volume, 3-way switch. Tone control has got a mid boost on it, which I'm thinking about taking off because I don't use it, and putting the stock tone back in it. Output jack through the body. I built this after I moved to Texas. I was working in a jazz club called Caravan of Dreams, and I worked there for a few years, but I had an old brown Telecaster, or actually it was blue when I got it. I bought it at a yard sale, and that was my first electric guitar before I bought the black Strat that was in the other video. And it was kind of a pieced together guitar that looked kind of like Joe Strummer's. It had a bunch of stickers on it. It was really abused when I bought it. I don't even know who made it. I took it apart one time and painted it brown. Of course, I'm a big Jimmy Page fan, and at that time the Firm was around, and he had that brown Telecaster that he was using in the Firm that he also used in Zeppelin, but he used it in the Firm primarily as his primary guitar with the B-bender in it. So I wanted a brown Telecaster. So I started building this guitar and messed up putting a different bridge on it. So it ended up in a dumpster in Texas somewhere. But so I bought this body, this kit, and I liked the grain of the wood so much, I decided just to naturally stain it, and did all the work putting it together and everything, and actually sent it to a guitar shop in Texas to have them check the neck and everything. He ended up shimming the neck that needed to be, and he put an actual Fender sticker on it, but this isn't an actual Fender. He put it on there and said, don't ever try to pass it off as a Fender, it won't work. But this way, if somebody just sees it on stage or something when you're playing, they won't give you a hard time about a parts caster. So, but as I said, this is not a Fender. It is a parts caster, or Stuart McDonald. But so I used to take this to work with me all the time. And actually, the cool thing about it is, one of the coolest things about this guitar was I did a show with, we did shows with Michael Brecker, and I did either front of house monitors, whatever needed to be done between the other engineers. And of course, the Don't Try This at Home tour was going, and Mike Stern was the guitar player, who had a Telecaster that was almost identical to this. I mean, looks wise. It had the hot rail pickup in it, but I think he had a Strat pickup in the neck position. But during sound check, they saw the guitar back at the soundboard and was like, hey, can we use this if he breaks a string? He doesn't have a backup guitar. So he kind of messed around with it a little bit, and it sat back at the monitor board for the show, just in case Mike needed a guitar. But he didn't need it, so it didn't get played on stage by Mike Stern. So it didn't have a famous outing. It just stays with me. But I really enjoy the guitar. Like I said, this is my second oldest guitar. I built this one after, moving to Texas. There were some guitars in between there that I don't have anymore. There was a Martin Stinger Telecaster style guitar that I had for a little while that I got rid of. Just things happening, you need to sell stuff. I also had a red Squire that had 2 double coils in it, and I sold that over time because, needed money. I had a graffiti yellow Stratocaster with the lace sensors in it that got rid of. Being a Page fan, I never had a Les Paul until later, but so I had the Telecaster that I liked. So it's kind of a long-winded story about this guitar, but I thought it was cool, especially with the whole Mike Stearns thing. almost getting played by Mike Stearns on stage. So, like I said, the Hot Rail sounds really nice. It's got a good sounding guitar. It's probably out of tune because the strings are old, but I did tune it up. That's the bridge. And you can see when you add the tone, actually let me turn that off. The tone works half of it is the tone control. And then it's got a notch and then it starts to boost. So you can hear that boost on it. So let's see here. I'm running through my pedal board and into a Fender amp. So it's got a little different sound than the Vox did. But so that's the bridge. These are the two. And then the neck pickup. Caster, Telecaster style guitar. Like I said, Jimmy Page was a big influence on me. I enjoyed listening to Zeppelin. Of course, the first real guitar I got was a black Strat. I was an Eric Clapton fan also. But, at that time, Strats were, I think that guitar, I still have the sticker for, or the tag for it. It was $6.99, I think, for an American Strat. And a Les Paul was over $2,000, I believe, at that time in 1983. So, I bought the Strat. I was this young kid, had my first job, I was working. That was the first real guitar I bought myself. So this one I built. I enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. I've played it a lot. I probably played it more than the black one over the years, just because. The black one spent most of its time either in a case or something, hiding somewhere. I mean, I've always had that guitar. It's never gone anywhere. It never will. So I'm just going to mess around a little bit, give you some sounds. So we'll take it from there. Tell me what you think. Let me know who some of your inspirations are of your guitar players, your favorite guitar players. I mean, let's see, I got Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, big Bonamassa fan, Tommy Bolin. Steve Lukather is one of my favorite guitar players. I would love to get a Luke. So eventually I will get an Ernie Ball Music Man Luke guitar, either the 1, 2, or 3, depending on what's going on. Like I said, I've got a few guitars. We'll be going through them from time to time. I think the next guitar you'll see is probably the next guitar I got that is my Les Paul Studio. It's a black Les Paul Studio that I bought from somebody that came into the shop. I was working on their car. It didn't have any electronics in it, or didn't have any pickups in it, and the headstock had been broken and repaired. It's not a great repair, but it was it was a really cheap buy. So I bought the guitar taking a chance on it, and I've had it ever since. I've changed the pickups in it. I put actually it came with pickups, sorry. It didn't have, forget what it didn't have. It didn't have something. But it had pickups in it because they're actually in my daughter's guitar now, because we took the microphonic ones out, as I talked about. This one now has Seymour Duncan. It has the pearly gates in the bridge and then a 59 in the neck. So, but here's some playing, just some noodling around. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see more playing? Do you want to see more history of guitars? Do you want me to talk about some of the artists I work with over time doing live sound in a jazz club and working in their studio? We did some interesting things. I didn't work on it, but I know in that studio, if you guys remember, Edie Bertel and the New Bohemians did their demo in their studio. There's a place called the Caravan of Dreams. So let me know what you think. Drop me a line, make a comment, good or bad, I don't care, I'll read them, and let me know. So thanks, everybody have a great day. Please like and subscribe.